Good morning, students. Today I am going to start with the chapter Circulatory System, which is chapter 4 in your book. So we are going to start with this. Students, circulatory system is a system of organs and the substances which take part in flow of fluids for the transport of materials inside the body. In human beings, the circulatory system, it comprises of blood vascular system and the lymphatic system. Students, blood vascular system, it is made up of blood vessels and heart. Now very first we will learn about the composition of blood first. Students, blood, it is red colored fluid connective tissue that circulates in the whole body, and it looks red in color due to the presence of the pigment that is called hemoglobin, which is present in RBCs. Students, this blood, it consists of two components. One is plasma and other are the blood cells, which we are going to discuss in detail later. The blood plasma, it forms about 55% of blood, while blood cells form about 45% of blood. And an adult it contains about 5 liters of blood. Now we will learn about plasma. Students, plasma, it is a fluid part of blood in which blood cells float, and it is faint yellow in color, and it contains water about 90%, and plasma proteins about 7%, and digestive food, waste, gases, salt, hormones, they are about 3%. Students, there are three types of the blood cells. First, red blood cells, RBCs. Number two, white blood cells, WBC. And third, blood platelets. Now let us learn about the functions of the blood. Students, RBCs, they help to transport oxygen to various parts of body and carry carbon dioxide to the lungs. And WBC, it helps to fight against the infections by engulfing and destroying the bacteria and other microorganisms. So they also produce antibodies which against the foreign bodies that enter the blood. Then blood platelets, they help in clotting of blood, which prevents the excessive bleeding in case of injury. Blood also transports the nutrients and hormones to different parts of the body, and urea, uric acid and salts to the kidneys to be expelled from the body. Further, blood, it plays an important role in regulating the temperature and water balance of the body. Now students, we will learn about the blood groups and blood transfusion. Students, there are 4 types of the blood groups: A, B, AB and O. We all are born with the specific blood groups. Fine. Now these blood groups are genetically determined. Now blood groups, they were discovered very first by a scientist, Karl Landsteiner, in 1900. Now these blood groups are of extreme importance at the time of blood transfusion. Students, blood transfusion may be needed at the time of surgery or in an accident when there is a loss of blood. So blood groups are always matched before the blood transfusion. So very first we will study the types of blood groups and why they are important. So very first we will learn about the blood groups. There are 4 types of the blood groups, as I have told you: blood group A, blood group B, blood group AB and blood group O. These 4 blood groups are based on the type of the antigen present on the surface of RBCs. Students, person with blood group A has an antigen A on its RBC. Person with blood group B has an antigen on its RBC B, right? Person with blood group AB has both antigen A and B on its RBC. And person with blood group O has no antigen on its RBC. Students, in this video I had explained to you the blood and its function and blood groups. In my next video I will be explaining you the matching, that is compatibility of blood groups and blood transfusion, right? So your today's homework is that go through the topic blood and blood groups given in your book, and if there is any doubt you can ask me. Okay, thank you.